Hodges here, president of the Black Achievement Fund. We are on site today on Fair, our first mini subdivision in our new Kemet residential community. And I'm just going to give you guys a quick sneak peek of the first house that we're building before we go over to our 94-acre plot. And I give you a walking tour of one segment of our new Kemet Trail. All right. All right. Again, we are on Farrell's Row, the first mini subdivision in our new Kemet community. Farrell's Row, we have 5 lots right there. Each of these lots are 1 acre lots. This lot 3 is there with the pretty purple grass. 4 is we're about to start building in lot, and lot 1 is still available. Each of these lots come with you when you get your house built, comes with your own private well, septic, turnkey. More information on and building them out here, you can go to baf.solutions slash new Kemet. And if you scroll down, you'll see a whole brochure that tells you all about pricing and all of that good stuff. But this is our first home. And I want you to notice that the house faces east to west, which means that every single day the sun rises in the front of the house and the sun sets in the back of the house. So I'm going to start turning around. Right now we're at 2 o'clock, so the sun is a little over us. But that's one of the first things I want you guys to take note. Also, we have 3 levels, 3 floors to this first house. Once again, inspired by ancient Kemet, the 3 pyramids of Giza. So you have 3 levels here in our first house. And also, the 3 pyramids of Giza are all different sizes. And each of these floors are also different sizes. So on the main level, you have your dining area here, your kitchen area, there, skylights over your sink, and then you have a large island here, and then on the opposite side is your living room area, 2 huge windows, and as you guys can see, we are finishing up the in the house, making sure that this big house is very energy efficient, and the exterior walls by code we're using R30 insulation. Up here, this is all glass windows. Have a huge 96 by 72 double door iron opening. And I'm not going to go through the whole house today because today I'm giving you guys a tour of the trail that we're building. We have some other videos that we've made of the inside of the house so far. For those of you who are just tuning in, we are construction on our first 2 houses here. We have a total of 112 acres behind this house, Black Fund land that we collectively own. All of that land you see behind us, that green land, that's collectively owned by us. So we are raising capital to build collectively owned guest house on our land right over here. Waiting on 10 million people. We're not just talk here at the Black Achievement Fund. We are about progress. And our goal is to rebuild all of those great communities that we lost. Why keep talking about them when we can rebuild them? So, everything that you see here is a part of Kemet Retreat and Residential Community. All of this land that we're driving along, and I'll tell you where it stops. Okay. Right here, this pole, the Black Achievement Fund land begins, and I'll tell you, and it goes 6 acres all the way back, and I'll tell you when it stops. All collectively owned land, and it stops right here. We also own all of this land, not collectively, but this is a part of the 112-acre New Kemet Retreat. And it stops right here at this pole. Now, someone else owns this lot right here, Black Achievement Fund member. And then this lot right here, this is part of a 326-acre plot that is owned by someone in Florida, by a corporation. And they're building a residence there. This is the entrance to our 94-acre plot. And the land beside us is 326 acres and it's under conservation. They're only allowed to build on 1 acre, a home site on 326 acres. So we're completely undisturbed back here. On the left-hand side, this is owned by a timber company, absentee landlords as well. All right, going straight down, you can access the one area of the creek, and where our clubhouse is going to be is essentially right here in this area. But we're going to go down to the first part of our trail. So we have been going through each piece of the land and identifying all of the plants and trees and vines that we see. And I mean, we have an abundance, over abundance of different things. So for example, what you're gonna see as I walk you through the trail, but we have tons and tons and tons of wild blueberries, okay? We have tons of muscadine grapes. We have tons of blackberries. We have a persimmon tree. We have multiple, I mean, at least a dozen or more plum trees, um, multiple varieties of plum trees, European plum trees, Mexican plum trees, We have cherry trees, and all of these things are along the trail that you guys will be walking on when you come out here in New Kemet. And we'll have signs and images letting you know what all of the different things are along the trail. And you'll also know when the fruit is in season for those particular things. So, for example, I know the muscadine grapes, they're in season in late summer. So, as we manicure this trail, we're going to, of course, keep all of the good native plants and, you know, things that we encounter along the way. All right. So, I'm actually going to start. No, I'm going to start us from the back way and work our way up. This is all part of our New Kemet retreat and residential community. You see how peaceful and beautiful it is out here? No neighbors. Tons of butterflies and bees and wasps, rabbits everywhere. Yeah, so for those of you who are camping out here with us on Saturday and Sunday, May 2nd, this is where we're going to be camping out at. So if you want to rent one of these tents that we already have, you can let us know. Or you can just rent it on the registration form. It's like 20 bucks. All right, I'm gonna get out here. Get me some water. All right, give me 1 second. All right, this tree right in front of me, this is a persimmon tree. You see how healthy it is? And this is all natural with us doing nothing to it. And it produces beautiful, sweet persimmons. And you guys can look up what a persimmon is, but it's like a small, between like a peach and an orange type of fruit. Very, very, very delicious. And I'm gonna walk you all along the trail. So these bushes here are Mexican plums. And there's an app that we're using called Picture This. You can just go to the App Store, and there's a free trial edition for when you come to the land if you don't want to actually buy it. But it's only like $30 for the entire year. But it's definitely worth it. You just take a picture of any of the trees. Now this right here, is this a cherry? No, this isn't one. Just take a picture of any of the trees, plants, bushes, and it'll tell you exactly what it is. Now I'm walking you along a 1 mile portion of our trail. The trail goes throughout the entire, this is a 94-acre parcel of land, and each leg of the trail is going to have different amenities, different features, and there's also going to be glamping platforms and cottages and some other permanent small tiny house structures for rent all throughout the land as well. So the trail is going to be marked by wooden posts, 4 feet wooden posts on both sides of the trail with rope connecting between each post to keep you on the trail. But right now you can kind of see where we've carved it out. The trail is also large enough for uh, dirt bikes, ATVs. Now, this right here is a blueberry bush. This is another blueberry bush. This right here, these are muscadine grapes. Naturally growing muscadine grapes. And you can kind of see the start of the grapes here. All right. And this is all along the trail. Muscadines, muscadines, all along the trail. And on both sides. More muscadines over here, as well as blueberries. That bush there is a blueberry. This is a blueberry. This right here is a blueberry. Huge blueberry bush. Another blueberry bush beside it. Blueberry. Okay. Look how huge this blueberry bush is. You see our prickly pear cactus? More blueberries. And I actually walked past our Mexican plum and European plum trees that I didn't point out. And everybody, I'm not used to being on live like this, so I see the comments. Thank you guys for all of your, oh man, look at that hawk. Well wishes. But we are working hard to really create something spectacular out here. And let me see if I can take you to, if it just creek. All right, still along the trail. And this trail is fruit central because everywhere you look, you have muscadine grapes and blueberry trees. You also have some plum trees in here, as well as some cherry trees. And the most types of species that we found of the cherry trees are black cherries. Native palms, more muscadine grapes. And again, this is a muscadine grape vine. Blueberries, blueberries, cactus everywhere. And in specific, this is prickly pear cactus that has all types of medicinal uses. All of these are blueberry bushes. Blueberry bushes intertwined with muscadines. Blueberries. And look how healthy they are. Wild sumac right here. And Native Americans use this for dyes. So we're going to curate this entire trail, and we're leaving intact all of the things. We're going to have a little pond up in here as you walk along. Okay. So on my left is the border of our land and the next people's land. And then on the right is all part of our land. So on the right side, as you're walking through our trail, there are going to be other amenities. There are going to be pathways that will be cut in here. So we're going to be thinning a lot of this stuff out over the next month. There are going to be pathways cut all throughout here. There'll be glamping tents on platforms out here. There are going to be benches along our trail. There are going to be different elements like, I'll show you. Um, we got a fire pit area. We have a rose garden area. But all throughout, we're gonna have some water fountains along the trail as well. And all of the plants and things that remain along this trail, they're going to be named. So you're going to be able to read what they are, know what they are. And again, we're also going to let you know when all of these things are in bloom. The one thing I love, one thing I love about the trail is that every leg of the trail is a little different and is going to offer different things. So you're going to be out here in nature, but you're not going to be bored. And there are going to be a lot of surprise features that you're going to stumble across on this trail. And you don't have to worry about any wild animals or anything attacking you out here. We've been out here now for 2 years. I camp out here by myself. Whatever animals are out here, they're not interested in us. But yes, I do see rabbits. I have seen some snakes, more so on the Pharaoh's Row where we were clearing all of the land. But I haven't seen any snakes on the trail or anywhere on the 94 acres. Black snakes, the poisonous snakes are the copperheads. Those are the ones that we really have to watch out for here in Georgia. Everything else is pretty much harmless. And black snakes, the rat snakes, actually eat the copperheads. But again, I haven't seen, much snake activity. All of this area here is going to be our fruit orchard. So we already have natural plum trees as well as cherry trees. We're going to plant some peach trees, some lemon trees, some orange trees in this area. And all of this area here is going to be a farm leg of our trail. So you're going to see, we're going to be growing food all along here. And there's going to be an 8-foot fence that borders this path here. But you'll still be able to see through the fence because the fence will be made out of galvanized steel to keep predators out. So all the food that we're going to be consuming is going to partially be grown in this area here. And all of this, as you can see, is part of our trail. And right now, I'm standing in a super cool part of the trail. It's super hot today, but that's how the trail is. Some certain parts of the trail, you are in an elevated part like I am right now, but you have these huge trees. Some part, there's not many trees. Then another part, you may be walking along the creek, which is cool pretty much all the way through. So there's a different experience. So right up here in this area, we're gonna have a community fire pit. So this is what I mean when I say, as you continue to walk along the um, trail, there are going to be different amenities. So everything that you're seeing here is going to be food plots. We're going to have a chicken coop in the middle. We're going to have the chicken tunnels are going to run alongside pretty much the whole length of this food plot. So as you're walking along the trail, you'll be interacting with the chickens and things like that. And this gives us an opportunity to have truly free range chickens without having to um, have a system where we're constantly moving the chickens around the land. Kids will also be able to look at the chickens and feed the chickens, certain things that we will allow to be fed. But we want this to be a healing space. We want you to be able to come out here and retire in luxury. Whether you're getting a house built out here or renting one of the houses built out here or staying in one of our glamping cottages, we want your experience to be upscale, to be peaceful, to be authentic in nature, and to understand that you can have all of those things wrapped up into one. I mean, look how peaceful it is out here. And I'm walking out here by myself with a bottle of water. As you can see, we've cleared the trail already. So the trail is clear for any of you guys to walk through. You're not going to stumble. Okay, we keep the trail clear from debris and things like that. But if you want to start coming out here and hiking the trail and working on the trail with us, the next stage, like I said, we're going to be clearing out. We're keeping, you see the butterflies, the bees. Okay, all of these blueberries, blueberries. And I stopped pointing out all of the muscadines because there's so many. You guys see all the different types of butterflies and bees that are out here? And I'm not out here getting bit up. And this leads us to the top of the hill. So that's one leg of the trail. Now we're walking along another side. And on our left hand side, there's also going to be all sorts of hidden gems. And we have yet to fully go and explore to see what all of these trees and bushes are. I'm gonna see what this is right quick. All right, so all of the all right, so all of the trees here, these are persimmon trees. One, two, three, four, five. All of these are persimmons, y'all. Okay, and look how large these are. We didn't plant them, and healthy. But I can tell you one thing: all of these deer, they know exactly what these plants are as well. So as soon as they harvest, they're there to get them. So we really have to come up with an effective way, a balance to protect our own produce from deer. But the deer have thousands and thousands of acres all around us that is uninhabited. So I don't feel too bad. But this is for our enjoyment. All this is along a trail. So you all are seeing the beginning. We need you to come and be a part of manifesting the full vision of it all. There's a lot of planning that we have to do. There's literally thousands of posts that we're going to have to put in the ground. This is our glamping site. And once again, all of these are blueberries. All of these are wild blueberries. And look how healthy these plants are. Look how healthy these plants are. And this is without any pesticides, fertilizer. This is without absolutely nothing. But the animals that are native to out here, the water, rainwater. And this is our backdrop. This is another leg of our trail. As you can see, we start to descend downward. But for all of you hikers, we've already cleared the trail. So you can come out here right now and hike the land, camp out, do some light hunting. We do have tons of rabbit out here. We also have wild turkey. There's two different ways you can go here. You can go down this way, but we haven't cut through there yet, so I'm not going to go down there. Or you can go straight down this way. And we got an outdoor movie setup that we're going to have at the end of the trail here. And you're going to know, you'll have maps of the trail. There'll be other places where we'll have glamping tents over here as well. So you don't have to be huddled up all with everyone else. All of these, I wanted you to see all these blueberries. And I know they had to plant these because there's just too many in a row. All of these are blueberries trees. All of these are blueberries. And I'm thinking they planted these for deer, to trap deer. All of these blueberries. Blueberries. Okay. We'll have other areas like right here. You see all of these prickly pear cactus? And more blueberries all back here. All of these are blueberries. And then you also have some muscadine grapes. And yes, we will have more bench areas for you to take a break along the trail, water fountains as well. You guys see all the cactus over here?